Estate Real Talk with your host, Realtor Christy Wilson. Sponsored by the Wilson Group Real Estate Services.
Good evening and welcome to Real Estate Real Talk. My name is Christy Wilson and I'm your host of Nashville's only live real estate TV talk show where we take your questions live on the air, and we invite you to call in this evening at 737-7587. Each week we have a special real estate guest discussing a special real estate topic, and so we invite you to join in on our discussion, or if you have any questions related to real estate, please feel free to pick up the phone and call us. And also feel free to email me. You can email me. I've got my trusty iPad here tonight. Email me at christy@wilsongrouprealestate.com, and that's Christy, C-H-R-I-S-T-I-E, at wilsongrouprealestate.com. Also, feel free to be our friend. Friend us on Facebook at Wilson Group Real Estate. And tonight is a very special night for us because we've got a great guest. All our guests are great on Real Estate Real Talk, but this guest in particular is going to be one of my favorites, I can tell. This guest was the Greater Nashville Association of Realtors and is Rookie of the Year from 2009. And I say was and is because they haven't had one since she broke all rules. So my guest this evening is Alicia Griffith. Alicia, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show tonight. Alicia is a realtor with the Wilson Group Real Estate Services. All my agents are hardworking, fabulous, wonderful agents, and she is exceptional as well. Alicia sells anywhere from 50 to 60 houses a year. She has a great rapport with her clients, and she can just flat out move some real estate.
Thank you.
It's true. And so tonight we are going to be talking about getting your home ready to list and how to list your home. And I thought Alicia would be the perfect guest tonight because she has already so much experience under her belt. So, again, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So, Alicia, I'm going to ask you a few questions to start out with. How did you decide to go into real estate?
Well, it was one of those, ever since I was in college, I just loved real estate. But what happened was I started a property management business, and that entailed cleaning and repairing people's, just all over property management. I was fixing things, getting things fixed.
So you were a one-man show?
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
One-woman show.
Yeah, and it wasn't like big property management. It was, people's homes.
Oh, household management.
Household management.
Okay,
exactly.
Gotcha.
So my love for houses kind of grew from that, from that aspect. And then about, 6 or 7 years ago, I started buying my own real estate for investment purposes, and so I started managing my own rental properties. And then I started taking my realtor, who was a Wilson Group real estate agent, and bringing clients to her and like saying, "Hey, help this person buy real estate. Help this person buy real estate." And then I was taking them, showing them property, and then so at any rate, in 2008, I got my license, and here we go.
And you came to the Wilson Group.
I did.
Great. Thank you. The best decision you've ever made.
No place like home.
Well, we love having you. We love having you. And so you've been in the market. You've been in the business 4 years.
Yes.
Going on 4 years.
Yes.
Okay. And you do sell 50 to 60 houses a year. How do you maintain such a strong business?
One day at a time.
Well, there you go. There you go.
One day at a time. I think just my history of just taking care of people's houses has just made me, that's my love, my passion.
Yeah.
People want to move. People have somewhere they want to go. I want to help them get there.
You're a problem solver, too.
Yes. Yeah.
And a lot about real estate is problem solving.
Absolutely.
People come to us, they need to sell their house, and they have nowhere to turn. They don't understand the process. They don't understand how to get started, which segues perfectly into our conversation about how do you sell your home. So I thought it might be fun to role play, like say I'm a potential seller, and I'm just going to make a phone call to you, and if that's okay with you, maybe just do a little bit of role playing. Okay. So, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Alicia.
Hey, Alicia. My name is Jacqueline Smith, and I was given your name by Kate Jackson. She said that you helped her sell her house, and that you did a fantastic job, and she was really impressed and thought that I should help you. So she gave me your number, and I'm calling you.
Oh, great! I loved working with Kate, and tell me a little bit about what your needs are.
Okay, well, I live in Bellevue. My house is in Bellevue. I'm in a subdivision called Rolling River. My house is about 2,400 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, built in the early 80s. And my husband and I are just thinking that maybe we want to be closer to town. We love our house, love our neighborhood, but we feel like we're just... For what we do, everything we do now, our kids are grown. We just want to be closer into some other things that we do.
I see. So
our home has been great. We've loved it for the past 17 years that we've been here.
Okay, so are you trying to get more downtown or just more urban?
Just closer in. But we decided we really needed to start with the house. Before we even knew where we were going to, we want to know what we can sell our house for.
Absolutely, that makes complete sense. Well, can you tell me a little bit about your house as far as, you said it was built in 1982. Have you done any major improvements?
Well, we've updated the kitchen a little bit. You know, we've taken off our brass fixtures and put some brushed nickel fixtures.
Okay, that's a big start.
But our bathrooms have not been updated. It's carpet, and I'd like to get your opinion on, should we switch out the carpet? Should we put new windows in? There's lots of things that we're just not sure if it makes sense monetarily to do it, if we're going to get our money back out of it, or what.
Okay. Well, what I'd like to do is set up a time that's convenient for you, and I will come to your house and we'll look around.
Okay.
And what time is good for you?
How about Saturday at 12?
Saturday at 12 it is.
Perfect. So you do work weekends?
Oh, my gosh. We're in real estate, we work nights, weekends, pretty much 24/7.
Great. Well, I will see you on Saturday.
Okay, see you then.
Yay. So, for our viewing audience, that's what happens that's typically initially how the call is made, is that the person calls in, they ask us, what we do. We ask probing questions about their houses, and one thing we also ask is what they owe on their house, because we need to know. Yeah,
very important.
We need to know: are we dealing with someone who may potentially be underwater, or do they have plenty of equity? You know, where are they in their home? And that helps guide them. And
I want to say, especially to the viewers, that that's very important for us to know, because I do find sometimes when somebody's calling for the first time, they don't know me, and I understand that, and I'm asking some pretty personal questions about their mortgage and how much they owe, and some people are very private about that, but it's very important, like dangerously important for me to know, because if we get through the whole process and you find out that you owe more than we have a contract on your house for, it can be very dangerous and upsetting, and you've gone through this whole process. So I say, give it, lay it all out on the table. Let us know what we're working with, so we can best help you.
That's right. That's right. So you have that initial dialogue on the phone with a client, and sometimes it's over email. Sometimes people email you.
Sure.
I always like to have a telephone conversation, though, before I go out there to meet with a potential client, to a potential seller. So when you get to the house, what processes happen at your appointment? So say I'm Jacqueline.
Okay.
And you come to my house noon on Saturday. Set the table for that. What does that look like?
Okay. What I'm going to do is walk in, ask you to give me a tour of your house, and obviously this is not a play-by-play for every situation is different.
Every situation is different. And before you go any further, as crazy as this is going to sound, it's already time for us to take a commercial break.
Oh.
So we will be right back to Real Estate Real Talk, and please stay tuned.